I've been using the iFi Zen amp and DAC for my high-end gaming audio whenever I'm gaming with headphones rather than a headset for many years now. And let me tell you what, this setup is awesome, but it can run you upwards of $400. So then I started testing this little guy, the new Sound Blaster G8. And it's really a cool little device to boost your gaming audio with multiple inputs that you can work on just about every platform minus Xbox, of course. You got game to chat, you got your modes you can choose right on the front, you have a microphone input, you have some cool software to really tweak some stuff on it. It truly packs what you need for gaming. But as far as my experience using this device, it truly sat in that class of gaming, as bad as that sounds. You all know I'm not one to hate on gaming headsets. I love a gaming headset, but when I go into my higher end audio that I want to dabble with, I want that different hi-fi, really punchy, crispy experience that I can dabble with different headphones. But no matter what I used with the G8 from Sound Blaster, I still got that gaming headset type of vibe. And what I mean by that is just an artificial type of sound, really just software based and tweaked, 7.1, goofy little tweaks in there. That's the vibe I got with this device. And then this thing came along. And this K7 totally blew me away. First off, by the build quality. This thing is solid. It's metal top to bottom. On the sides, your knobs are metal. The buttons are metal. The build quality of this thing is top notch. Now, as far as your inputs on the K7, it's a lot more basic compared to the G8. And this thing has everything you need for gaming. This is more similar to the iFi. You got your basic RCA in and out, your coax, your optical, your USB, which is how I ran it, but you also do have Bluetooth on the K7. Let's go and take a deeper dive into the features, functions, and actually controlling and using the K7. And first off, talking about these big knobs up here, as again I stated, they are metal, incredibly solid build, but one's for volume gain, the other one states control and microphone. As you can control your microphone and other functions within it, you can also press them down for like a mic mute or something, which I'm going to show you all that. But as far as the knobs, they are continuously rolling, both of them, as far as forward and back, but they do have nice tactile steps in there, so you're not going to get these accidental increases or decreases. Really like these knobs. Down here, you got your power UAC, input, output, bypass, tone, and mic. And now we're going to dive into, again, all of these settings. Right up here, you got this little tiny screen. I'm going to go ahead and press the power button, and you're going to see it fires up. By the way, to turn off the device, you have to hold down the power button, and then it will power down. Now, real quick, as you see, and we load it up, it says 44.1 kilohertz, and then USB. We got bypass 2.0, and then our headphones. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come over here to my computer, load up the internet, and I'm going to go over to YouTube. And then let's go on and fire up a video, and you're going to see it automatically goes to my settings I have in Windows, being 384 kilohertz. So you have to have a game or, again, music or video, and then it will go to your settings. So don't be deceived when you first fire it up. It says 44.1. It always does that whenever you load it up. But anyways, coming over here to power and UAC, this is where you're going to come over here to PCM, USB, which is how you can use it on a console like your PlayStation or something, because then you get access to your microphone and then different settings, which I might as well just show you right now. While we're in it, we're going to go to this tone and microphone. So as far as tone, you see we got our microphone. Oh, we got to go over here where I got bypass. Bypass was active, which, okay, I'm jumping all around here now. Bypass is going to disable any of the EQ settings or anything. You get that raw audio quality, right? Which, again, if the bypass is on, you still get to control your microphone, crank it up to 10, crank it all the way down to 0 if you want, which we'll do a microphone test towards the end of this video. But anyways, let's turn bypass off. And as you see, it states mic right up top there. Press it again. We're going to be able to control our treble all the way up to 6 and down to -6 as well. Let's go ahead and put that back up here. We'll go over here. We got bass, which is going to go up to 12 and then down to 12 as well. Let me get that back set in the middle here. Press it again, and we go back to our microphone. Again, that is with bypass off. When you got bypass on, you just have your microphone controls. Over here, you have input. As you see right now, we're set to USB. Press it again, Bluetooth. As you see, it just connected to my phone right there. Pretty instant. I really like the connection. It's pretty simplistic. Coming over here, then optical, and then you have your coax, and then right back to USB. Now, as you notice and as you cycle, it keeps going right back to that. Get over here to YouTube Music again, and it should load right back up to our settings. Perfect. So as you see, a little bit finicky like that. So just make sure whatever it says on the screen, you kind of cycle back to it. So now let's backtrack a little bit back over here to the power button where I pressed it, and you can go to PCM and then back to, again, your basic setting. So when you're over here to PCM, this is where you're gonna get that full control, again, as far as your bass, treble, and then your microphone, which is also that press down of this. When I press it here, you see that little light comes up right up there, which is your microphone muted. So you can press it again, active, press again, nice little tactile step, and then your microphone's muted. So I really love the simplistic controls on this. It takes a little while to understand, okay, well, this is gonna do that, that's gonna do that, I'm not really gonna use input, so you can see myself here kind of dancing around a little bit. And I've been using this for a couple months now, and I still catch myself a little bit confused here and there, but once you learn it, you pretty much set it, forget it, and that's how it's gonna be. And I totally forgot to show you, whenever you press down the volume gain button, you can press this and you got gain low to gain high. Just press it, bam, and it switches over to one or the other. Now, before I talk about actually gaming with it and then the audio experience I had, I want to talk about a couple finicky things just to let you know. Number one being, if you want to use Dolby Atmos with this, it will sync up and show on Dolby Atmos, but it automatically kicks it down to 96 kilohertz, which is still plenty fine. Just want to let you know that it will overwrite your initial settings. Now, I already mentioned the bypass button, how it disables your EQ options that you have on there to get that raw audio experience out of it. I just want to reiterate it and just let you know that if you are in that bypass mode, it disables whatever you have set for the bass and treble on the K7. And lastly, if you're in PCM 1.0 mode for, say, PS5, it automatically switches it down to 16-bit 44 hertz. Now let's go ahead and get to the exciting part, the juicy topic, the sound, actually using the K7. Now, of course, as you all know, sound is really going to be dependent on what your source is as far as what's on your head, whether that be from gaming headsets or to headphones, right? All of them are gonna have a slightly different signature. And I use this with quite a few different ones, from Mezes to my VZR Model 1s, but shockingly, I caught myself gravitating towards and really enjoying the Corsair Virtuoso Pros. I mean, that was a great headset for sure, as it's more or less a headphone than a headset, it really is, but it really kind of just sat in the background. I never really caught myself going to it. But just cycling multiple different headphones with the K7, it really delivered what I wanted as far as that core source. But diving into the K7, I used it in 2.0 mode where I can still dabble with my treble and bass, and just a quick press of the button, I can cycle between them and again, crank up more treble I want, or maybe a little bit more bass, depending on what game I'm playing or what mode I'm playing, what I want. It was really nice. Again, once you learn the controls, it's pretty simplistic. And again, talking about using the Corsair Virtuoso Pros, I'm not a big open back headphone type of fan or headset type of fan. I really got what I wanted. I got crispy highs, crunchy bass, nothing thumpy, rumbly, or too closed in or anything like that. It really delivered what I want, as I play a lot of Call of Duty right now. That's like my go-to game. And I got what I wanted, and I can dial it. Again, if I wanted more bass, I want to just kind of sit back and get a little more immersion. Bam, I can get it right there, And I got that with whatever headphone I was really using. Of course, each headphone has its core experience, but again, coming to what I wanted, that kind of middle ground to be able to, separate and create what I wanted, that's what I got with the Virtuoso Pros. And the K7 just delivered that crystal clear, pure sound. Nothing goofy like 7.1 or anything to enhance surround sound. I can't stand that stuff. I say that from day one on this channel. But the K7, you got that really core sound just boosted up and pushed out there. I can't say it enough. The experience in game time with this device was hands down amazing. Now let's go ahead and get that microphone test. And again, right along with audio, of course, your microphone sound is really depend on which headset you're using or whatever microphone you're using. But again, being really cool to control the Fosi Audio microphone right through the device. Right now in my PC, which we're doing just a core microphone recording. As you see right here, no tweaking, no adjusting or anything. Just bam, I pressed record and we're good to go. In the Fosi Audio, I'm set to 5, and then in my PC, I'm set to 50. So let's go on and crank it up a little bit here. I'm just going to go all the way up to 10. So now we are set to 10, and oh my goodness, it probably sounds like I'm yelling there. Let's go on and back down. Now we're at 7 just to see what that sounds like, and you can see right there it's 5, 10, and then the 7. Let's go on down. Here we are at 2. I don't know. Is this? Oh, that looks pretty darn low. Let's go over here to maybe say 3. I'm a pretty loud talker. The microphone's about 2 fingers length from my mouth, so we'll see if that sounds any better. Back up here to 5 seems like that pretty comfortable range here. And of course, like I stated, it's going to really depend on which microphone you're using with your headset. If you're using, one of those modular, I forget what they're called, but anyways, say if you're using VZR Model 1s, it's going to depend on that microphone that's on your headset or headphones right there. Again, as I showed you, you can press the mute button and bam, we are right back. I wanted to see if we get any noise. I'm going to press it a couple times here to see if we get any noise from mute to unmute. So again, you can see if your buddies will know if you're muting them or not. So here we go here. I'm seeing a little click pick up there. I'm not sure if it's the microphone picking it up or if it's noise through the actual K7 itself. We'll have to see whenever we're doing that test. I honestly think it's the mic because, again, these are pretty darn tactile buttons right down there. But, again, all in all, I just wanted to give you that raw microphone test to see how it sounds. But, again, keep in mind, it's going to depend on which mic you're using. So there's no denying that I absolutely love the Fosi Audio K7. This is my first Fosi Audio to actually test. They've contacted me many times before, but I've kind of just pushed it aside and said, what is this? It's just random budget stuff off Amazon. But holy smokes, was I wrong. This device is absolutely awesome. But can I sit here and tell you to go run out and get it right now? As crazy as it sounds, as I praised this device inside and out from the beginning of this video. But it's really weird as it's a Kickstarter campaign right now. And I don't know much about Kickstarter. I think I supported one Kickstarter campaign once. I totally forget what it was. I don't even remember if I got it. But anyways, talking about this, you can go to their website, looking at it, they give you all the info and stuff. You can come over here to pay a deposit. Click pay right now. It comes down here and you pay $9.99, which they state 9.9, but it's $9.99. And then you're going to get this free little volume control knob, which is a $50 value, which is super cool. But the crazy thing is you can read right through all the description of the device right here, and they don't tell you how much it's going to be, which I didn't even know. So I contacted my rep. I said, yo, how much is this K7 going to be? He said it's going to be around $200. So I don't know how much it's going to be, and you don't know how much it's going to be. So I can't sit here and tell you, go on and throw down a $10 deposit as $10, whatever, $10, I personally would wait, and I would recommend you to wait until this comes up on Amazon or something. I think that would be a lot better. I just don't like how this is laid out. Maybe by the time this video is released, the actual MSRP and a true legit release date will be released, and then we can stand behind it. If it is at $200, heck yeah, it's totally worth it. It's right in between, say, that G8 or, again, the i5, sitting right in between, delivering what you want as far as gaming, but still raw, true audio and nothing really fluffy. I love the device, and at $200, hands down, I would recommend it. But right now, I don't know the price, so I can't recommend it. Maybe I'll pin a comment when it becomes legit. But easily, I love the K7.